Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in on our instant match reaction. Midtjylland won, Liverpool won. That was the final score in Liverpool's final group game to conclude this year's Champions League group stages. Liverpool, as we know, topped the group emphatically. Absolutely amazing that we've done that. Last couple of seasons have been a bit hectic, a couple of, at the back end of the group stage campaign for Liverpool, but we knew the job was already done. But I just thought I'd bring on a very special guest made up to get him on. You know who he is. If you don't not aware, I'll leave all the links in the description so you do head over and subscribe to Dave, the absolute legend. Dave, thank you very much. Thank you very.
No problem, bro. We come on for a quick reaction after that 1-1 draw in Denmark. Yeah, just great to be on. You take it away. You're the king of the talk show. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, it's like good old times, mate. It's just me and you chatting along with the Reds.
About 2.5 years ago, wasn't it? Something like that. 2 years ago.
Very, very long time, but made up to get you on, mate. Hope you're all keeping safe and well, and everyone at home as well. Reds, let us know your thoughts on the game anyway. It wasn't the most glitzy, glamorous tie of Champions League football, but I've pulled a lot of positives from the game. Obviously, a lot of young players. Trent, I think I'll ask Dave first off in a little second anyway, what he feels that means for Trent. But what an opportunity for this young lad anyway, coming through the ranks, looking up to Steven Gerrard anyway, and captain in Liverpool for the very first time professionally in the first team anyway. Dave, start off with Trent. This was a big night for him for getting the captain's armband of Liverpool Football Club. How do you feel? How do you reckon he'll feel about that?
Oh, well, obviously him and his family be absolutely a dreamland type stuff, isn't it? Champions League game. I know it wasn't the biggest Champions. We'd already qualified and won the group, but still, it's still Champions League. It's still, it's still game week 6. We had a job to do and we did it. I think Jamie Carragher back in 2000, I think it was 2001, something like that. Sorry, 2002, something like that. He was the youngest since Trent, I think.
Yeah,
Is that right?
So, yeah.
22 or 23. So, I mean, it's a big, and he's probably his idol anyway, isn't he? Trent is Carragher's idol. Probably the other way around now.
Yeah.
But no, it was a big night for him, and he didn't really put a foot wrong. He was a little bit, let's say, rusty at times. He wasn't. He has to get back up to speed. He's been out for a while, so you can't blame him there. But as you said at the start of it, the big night was for the kids, because how many times are they going to play in Europe away from home in the Champions League and get a start? Not many, Jack. So tonight was the night,
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Reds won it. I'm made up for him. I think as him being a local, he was a little kid growing up in the academy. That's what it's all about. And yet again, it's another chapter in his development as being a Liverpool player, becoming. He already has cemented himself as a Liverpool legend, but in the next 10 to 15 years, you never know what Jurgen Klopp could potentially give him the captaincy in the next couple of seasons, depending on how things go with other players. But Reds, let me know your thoughts on Trent's captaincy anyway. We've got Ben Latham, ILR, Chris Welch. I hope you're well. Hope you're well, Chris, as well, and every single one is watching. Meaningless game, didn't care about the results. I love Klopp, but I was fuming with him tonight to need to put any first team players out on the pitch. What's going to happen if an injury would happen against Fulham? Chris, I think he's spot on there, mate, but it'd be interesting. I didn't want Klopp to go all kids tonight and Liverpool to get battered 6 or 7-0.
Yeah.
Obviously, that happens to us against Aston Villa, and obviously
in the League Cup,
in the League Cup, and I think that it gives the players a lot of bad feelings, really. It's not good to see. And I think Jurgen put the experience in Fabinho. Dave, do you reckon Fabinho and a couple of the other lads as well?
Fabinho was unbelievable. Actually, I was just thinking, imagine Fabinho and Van Dijk. He was that good. He didn't put a foot wrong. And the thing Fabinho gives you is he's a midfielder and he can pass the bloody ball, can't he? He can read the ball. That one off the line, 1 or 2 interceptions, and you noticed the drop off, Jack.
Yeah.
When he was taken off at halftime, wouldn't you? You'd notice the drop off. What a player he is.
Absolutely spot on. Last 2 shows, I've had Doug and Mickey on and everyone else on, apart from you. Just quickly on Fabinho's emergence. Obviously, we knew we could play that position anyway. But have you been impressed with Fabinho in that? I think we were speaking to Mickey and Connor over the last couple of nights. I think it was Mickey or Connor. Both of them probably said Liverpool have pulled a gem out of the hat and possibly being the second best centre-back in the whole of Europe.
That's what I'm saying to you just there, because I seriously do think, imagine him and Van Dijk. Imagine a fifth Van Dijk with Fabinho. I mean, Gomez would be looking, he'd be looking over his shoulder. I mean, that's how good he's been. And he's a utility man. He can play anywhere. Okay, you miss him in midfield as well. But to be honest, the midfield we had the other night with Curtis Jones, Genie, and Hendo wasn't bad. And Thiago still missing. So, I mean, I think Fabinho will be there, more or less, for the whole season, even if they buy a bloody centre-half in January, which we don't know if they will or not. But Fabinho is just the hidden gem, basically, isn't he? He's been the one. He's really got us through. You'd have to think, Jack, defensively anyway. The last 10 games, he's really pulled up his socks, hasn't he?
Absolutely spot on, mate. And it's all of us as fans, it's absolutely fantastic. I think when we were speaking today, when we first found out and all the Reds around the world, we were talking what will Liverpool do. But yet again tonight, on tonight's performance, as Dave alluded to at the top of the show, Liverpool, you noticed when he got off, he come off the pitch, didn't you? Anyway, but it was. We'll talk about a couple of the other players as well, everyone. We'll get to a couple more of your comments. I thought Clarkson did very well. Yeah, Zuki cues us up very nicely there, matey. We'll talk about Clarkson in a little second. But Trent, captain, come on, get in, Zuki, mate. I fear fatigue and injuries at Fulham cause the first team involved at Midtjylland. Yeah, it'd be interesting, but fingers crossed, mate. Pretty sure they've all come and no one was ever going to drop Salah. We know the personality of him, and I think Klopp, probably in the heart of hearts, wanted to drop him. But Salah, he's a very big professional. He doesn't like it when he gets dropped anyway, and he wants to, obviously, the record of the Champions League goals, and he's Liverpool's leading Champions League goal scorer, with surpassing the legendary icon that is Steven Gerrard.
Wow.
And considering how many seasons Gerrard was at Liverpool, that just highlights how big of a player Salah has been. Dave, just quick thoughts on that, mate, him surpassing Gerrard?
Well, I mean, we all know how good Gerrard was. Remember, Gerrard played in midfield. But as you say, Mo Salah isn't an out goal scorer either. I mean, he's more of a winger. He's not like an Ian Rush or even a John Aldridge or a Robbie Fowler, really, where he'd be there, the fox in the box, tap-ins all over the shop. Now, he does take penalties, which helps. But, I mean, Salah's goal records and assist record, I've been talking about it for 2 years, is Thierry unreal. I mean, that's how good it is. Everyone knows. And, I mean, what was the quickest goal in Champions League history? I think tonight, 55 seconds or something.
Yeah, for Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, for Liverpool, I mean, yeah. I mean,
definitely, mate.
That's all I care about, Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Salah, listen, Salah will go down in history. Jack, I mean, I don't care what they say on Twitter, what they say. Salah will go down in history as one of the best players to put on a Liverpool shirt for his assists and goals ratio record. It's as simple as that.
It's absolutely beautiful watching him play football, and it makes it's ridiculous. Fabinho is class. Discussing obviously Fabinho there, Zuki. The only players we should play with the kids was Origi and Minamino. I understand Keita playing up there too, but I agree with personally rest the team should have been kids, in my opinion. Nice one for your comment, matey. As always, everyone.
Jack, was Origi on the pitch tonight?
Yeah, I don't want to go too much into the
I thought he was terrible. Yeah, he lost the ball. I don't know what he did. I'm not going to give out too much about him. I mean, there'll be a statue built for that Champions League winner and the Barcelona comeback and the Newcastle and the famous Everton goal. But I just think he doesn't give us enough up front.
He looked off the pace, didn't he, tonight?
Looked off the pace, yeah.
Yeah, I know it's hard, difficult for players to come in and out of, obviously, team selection, but it was another chance for Origi, really, to just try and do something. And tonight, really, not just because it's a Midtjylland, but they are the weakest team in the group stage anyway. Fantastic for them. That's probably their biggest point of their history as a football club, but fair play, and they were very unlucky to really potentially nearly get another goal back end.
Well, we could have got one as well. So
don't get me started on that too. But yeah, let's get to Mitchell's comments. Thank you very much, mate, for dropping your comments in as always. Will Mo Salah go down as one of Liverpool's best ever players? Yeah. He surely needs to now after breaking that historic record. Mitchell, me and Dave just been speaking there, mate. It's an absolute pleasure to watch him play. One of my favourites, and I was very, very fortunate to be in the ground. I remember it in Cinema Bar 90-100, whatever, how long I've got left anyway. Salah against Chelsea, and he just bangs it on his left foot. And
the rocket, the two. That was probably Well, I wasn't at the ground, but that's one of the best goals. One of
Yeah,
Salah's best goals as well.
yeah,
That was
that was something special, mate. Mitchell, if you had to pick, what was your favourite goal and everyone, or possibly favourite Champions League goal anyway? Obviously, the penalty against Tottenham. That was probably his biggest
the most
anyway.
important goal.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the most important one. Well, that answered that, Mitchell. Oh, yeah, nice one, lad. Thanks. You're very welcome, matey. Thank you for every single one of you for dropping in on the show tonight. It's hard to criticise a player who doesn't get much game time. Yeah, spot on.
That's true, Ben. But I mean, should he be playing somewhere? I mean, you look at young, what's his name, Ryan Brewster.
Yeah.
I mean, would he give you more? I know he didn't keep him; he's gone on loan. But would he? Oh, sorry, he sold him. Well,
yeah.
Could he have sold Origi and maybe kept Brewster? I don't know.
Yeah, would be interesting. Oh, I've just got a message off Doug. Couldn't make it tonight, sadly. Yeah, just seeing that off camera. Young Clarkson, right, we'll get on to North Reds, and Zuki queued us up anyway as well. Well, nice one, lads. Young Clarkson done well, and he was a bright future. He does look like Beardsley's love child. But yeah, you can't have everything. But yeah, North Reds, in terms of everyone at home, what a fantastic performance. I haven't seen him. I'm sat there and watching a load of academy games, mate. But I think, speaking off the back of what Klopp said pre-match and post-match as well, this lad has got a bright future, and he's really impressed the Liverpool academy directors and obviously the main man, Jürgen. Were you impressed with his game tonight?
I was. Do you know what impressed me? His use of the ball. He rarely lost the ball. He did once or twice in the second half, but they played a lot better in the second half and pressed a lot more, and we dropped off. But he just looked comfortable in possession. He came back on the line, I think, the clear one as well. Yeah. He really impressed me. Do you know who impressed me as well? Young Reece Williams again at centre half. Yeah. He looks a proper baby Van Dijk, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say, Williams at the back there. He started so many Champions League games, and this young lads. And I think going forward, could you potentially see him playing in the Champions League, do you reckon, Dave, or everyone at home? Do you reckon we'll just continue to go with, obviously, Fabinho?
No, I mean, you get into the Champions League. No, you get into the Champions League now, it's knockout. I mean, I don't know if it's double leg knockout or it's single leg knockout in this COVID time. But it's squeaky bum time now. I mean, this game didn't mean anything tonight. It would have lost. Look, we all want to win games. We're all going to get points. Points mean prizes at the end of the day. You even get money for getting points in the Champions League. And we don't want to lose. I don't want to lose tiddlywinks with Liverpool. So I want to win every game. But I mean, you're not going to win every game. Sometimes you have to give these young lads a chance. And as I said, tonight was probably their only chance that they're going to get to start in the Champions League game. You would think going forward. Yeah. So it's always good to get the guys playing. And those lads, Kelleher in goal as well, really did themselves proud, didn't they?
Another spot-on performance from Kelleher, wasn't it, mate?
Well, the penalty, I mean, but
he nearly got to that. Nearly. Nearly. We'll just add the team up there, Dave, anyway. Obviously, we've mentioned a bit of Divock anyway. Mo getting his goal. It was very early on anyway, wasn't it, Reds? I think he skewed it. But a goal's a goal anyway. I think he'd be happy to beat the record. At first, Dave, everyone at home, it looked like he didn't know he'd scored. And I think if he would have known, he'd broke the record. But I think it's just record-breaking salary. Jota, I think he had a good game, but quite a quiet one.
Yeah, for Jota, it was quiet. I mean, this guy's been just on fire. I mean, tonight, he just looked a little bit off the pace. A lot of the Liverpool players looked off the pace. The young lads had something to show, I suppose. He probably in his mind, there wasn't much on the game, Jack, to be honest with you. Salah was his busy self. Jota was busy. He was busy. He did try, but you could see. I mean, it wasn't a 100% game, really, was it? I mean, it was a game. Liverpool just had to go out and do a job. Did the job. Yeah. The group. Does anybody know the result of the Ajax and Atalanta game? It was 0-0 late on.
Yeah, I quickly checked there, mate.
0-0.
Everyone in chat would be a lot quicker than me anyway. Hang on. It's
because Atalanta would go through if they draw. I think Ajax had to win, you know?
I know they were winning Atalanta 1-0.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, they got an 86.
Oh, well then, Atalanta.
Minute winner.
A draw would have been then. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's fantastic for the Italian side. Anyway, it'll be
Yeah.
interesting. I think, Dave, obviously in the coming weeks anyway, we will do a couple of Champions League draw prediction shows anyway in the coming weeks, everyone. But really quickly one, and Simicus, I was really impressed with him. He got
Yeah.
forward a couple of times tonight, really. We haven't seen a lot of him in a red shirt, but I think for the opportunities in which he did have tonight, I just wish he went a bit more forward. But the chances in which he did create for the Reds, for the lads up front anyway, he was getting there. He's grown in confidence.
Well,
As Dave,
he might have been told by Klopp not to go too far forward because the back line was quite young. So he might have been told just to don't go too far forward here or we'll get caught.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know what way Klopp said it to him, you know?
Yeah, absolutely spot on. Trent and obviously Kelly, we've mentioned. Absolutely fantastic night, Reds. It wasn't going to be a long one. I'll try and get the standings up anyway. As you can see there, Reds, the stats for tonight's show anyway. Midtjylland had 20 shots to 7 shots on target to Liverpool's. So they created quite a lot there, really.
Yeah.
And Liverpool's defensively were very sound considering how young they were tonight. Obviously, Liverpool dominating slightly possession anyway, but for such a young side, and as you can see there, that's the final groups. Liverpool finished on top with 6 games played, 13 points, 7 goals, 4 and 3 goals conceded. So happy days. That's Dave in it, really, in terms of that's all you could ask for, Dave.
Job done, Jack. Job done. Start the season. I knew I had a feeling Liverpool would win this group. Ajax haven't been firing on all cylinders. They sold a lot of players since they last got to the semi when Spurs beat them 2 years ago. Atalanta were a surprise last year and probably lost a lot of the surprise. Okay, they beat us 2-0 at Anfield, but to be honest, I thought we were really poor that night. I'd be happy with winning that group. No major problems or worries. It's just a matter about getting through. We've a lot of games now to play this side of February. We won't be back till February, so maybe sign a player or two in January. We're in a good place, Jack. I'm happy. I'm happy at the moment.
Absolutely spot on there, Maisie. Let's get to all your comments as well. Absolute legends before we do shoot off. We read that one, La. Origi took a knock very early. That might have knocked him off his stride.
Maybe.
Yeah, spot on there, Mitchell. Clutching at straws here, like at the end of the day, top of the Champions League, as me and Dave just mentioned there, top of the group, joint top of the league. Couldn't have asked for any more considering the injuries we've got. Yeah. Absolutely spot on there, Latham. North Red, the final. If anyone quickly get your messages in, I will read them out. The Champions League and the Prem are up for grabs. If we're not so troubled with injuries, I would be confident we could win both. North Reds, never say never, mate. And I've got a sneaky feeling. Dave, what do you reckon? Do you reckon a couple of lads will come back a bit earlier? I've got a feeling.
I got a feeling.
Be careful, Dave. We might get copyright strikes.
Ox Chamberlain is on the way. Shaqiri, Roblox boy, on the way. Trent's come back, as we can see. Obviously, Gomez and Van Dijk are long-term, especially Van Dijk. Listen, we're in a great place. I mean, when Van Dijk and Thiago, I haven't even mentioned Thiago. Thiago's surely on the way back. When those boys got injured in the derby, the Everton game, way back in October, everyone was writing the bloody season off. The season was gone. It was all over. Null and void. We're top of the league. We're into the Champions League. We won the group. This means more. We can enjoy our Christmas. Big game against Fulham the weekend, followed by a huge game against Spurs. We're in a good place. I'm happy.
Final comments of tonight, mate. Please get rid of the injury-prone players in the summer. With the Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Gomez and Matt will be very good players, but injury-prone enough. Leave that for another night, mate. But thank you for your comments, as always. I think we will do a couple of transfer news shows, but thank you for your comments, as always. Reds, Mitchell, Chris, North Reds as well, Ben Latham, Zuki, Dave for coming on. I will leave Dave's channel link in the description. Go over there, head over, subscribe as well. Really do appreciate you taking the time out tonight, Dave. And the Reds, as we said, top of the group and joint top of the Premier League. You could not ask for any more. Dave, pleasure, mate. I'll speak to you very soon. We'll do a couple of shows in a couple of weeks anyway, won't we? Obviously, the Champions League. When's the group stage draw? Is it after Christmas? Is it?
I thought it was before. I thought it was next week. I thought it was next week.
Oh, if it's next
week. The
Europa
League as well has to finish, and then they do both draws, don't they? Day after each other. I think it's next week.
We could possibly do a live stream, couldn't we, for that one? But I'll let you go, matey. But Reds, thank you very much, Reds, for coming on. and you'll never walk alone. Chill
Stay
out.
safe, boys. Cheers.